The day is almost upon us. Day of reckoning. It's your boy Jayo Sto. We have a huge boxing card with stars all over it. Undefeated fighter Dmitry Bivol. That is who I'm going to be most excited to watch just because I'm a man that loves to see skills. And this guy always puts on a clinic. A lot of people thought that Canelo would have won that fight against him, but he showed Canelo top class boxing and gave him his second loss in his career. And he backed it up by beating another Mexican, Zurdo Ramirez. He wins this fight. He has to fight Mr. Artur Beterbiev. That fight is probably going to be one of the top fights I want to see for next year. Both guys undefeated. Beterbiev has 100% knockout rate, and they're both from Russia. So you got to want to see that fight. Mauricio Suleiman, though, he is hating heavy. We need to cut him. Why is he the president? He doesn't want to see the best fight? Nah, we're not here for that. Also on the card, you got Gerald Miller. He is back, and he already is getting in AJ's face. He's talking hella smack. He looked at AJ, they got face to face, and he's like, oh, when I look at you, I smell. And you know what he was talking about when he did that. AJ, not really saying much. You know, AJ, he's not the chatterbox that we want to see from heavyweights, but he just said, I've never ducked no one. And that is true. AJ has never ducked anyone, but 3 losses, 3 L's. It is not pretty to look at that. But yes, he is the risk taker. He takes risky fights, but taking risks doesn't always pan out. Like basically, he spent 100 bands from his savings to get a fire ass studio, but he didn't get no return on investment because the content was trash. Okay, Wilder, he is doing the same thing as Miller. He is talking that talk, not as reckless though, but he is saying you need to win your fight. And he already told AJ that it's time. These guys should have fought a while back, but they still want to fight. And I'm here for it because we need to see these black guys fight. We want to see the best fight the best. And if we get that fight, I believe we get another black on black fight. We want to see next year Tank versus Devin Haney. Let's see what Wilder does. I think he's going to have the knockout of the night. We all know about the dynamite he has in his fist. You see him in the press conference, drip out with the shades, with the ice. And I'm for that. You want to stunt at your press conferences, at your weigh-ins, at your face-offs. If you want to have an AirPod in, like AJ did, it is what it is. If you want to have your shades on and stare down your opponent, it is what it is. Do what makes you feel comfortable. Next, Otto Wallin. He is fighting AJ. And Otto Wallin only has 1 loss on his record. And he went 12 rounds with Tyson Fury. So Otto Wallin is no walkover. AJ is going to need to be careful. And he's going to need to take calculated risks. One thing about AJ, he keeps his head on a straight line. He gets hit very often. And if you've seen what Otto Wallin did to Tyson Fury, he gave him a real serious cut on that eye. The ref could have called that, but again, I'm here for the refs letting the fighters finish the fight. And Tyson Fury got through with it. He got the decision win, but Otto Wallin is no slouch. He is a great fighter, and that is why he is a top 5 heavyweight in the rankings. He earned this fight against AJ. It wasn't given like how Boots just got given a belt, not even fighting for it. Too much sanction in bodies. I can't stress it enough. We need to get out at least 1 or 2 belts. Too much. But you have to look at Joseph Parker. He trains with Tyson Fury. He's going to be fighting Wilder. And I think it could be an early night. I don't see this fight going the distance. I see Wilder finishing this within 8 rounds. Wilder has something to prove. He is actually looking for the big fights. And after losing to Tyson Fury back-to-back times, he came back and dealt with Hellenius in 1 round. That's why AJ, I think it might be slow for him, just not as explosive. And it's a fight we have to see. We have to see AJ versus Wilder. I know Wilder's going to take care of business. I hope AJ can take care of business. I just look at his camp and it makes me scratch my head. You have Ryan Garcia there. You have Errol Spence there. You have AJ there. You have Frank Martin there. And it's just too much guys that think they're alphas. Everybody has these egos. Derek James has to do with Charlo also. How did I forget about him? It's a lot of guys that are top name boxers in one camp. So yes, some of these fighters are gonna think, oh yeah, maybe he's paying too much attention to this guy. I'm not getting all the attention. This and that. We'll see. AJ is coming all the way from the UK just to train with Derek James in Texas. I don't know. Derek James, yes, he was trainer of the year last year, but he has shown that his fighters are lacking winning the big fights. This is a big fight for AJ. It's not a huge fight, but it's a big fight for AJ. Can Derek James get back on track? The day of reckoning is here. This is going to be a great day for boxing. Not only is it heavyweights galore, but Bivol, he is the guy. He wins here. He goes higher on my pound for pound rankings because he's still, regardless of what anybody wants to say, he is above Canelo. You beat someone, you are above them in the pound for pound rankings. I'm all about head to head. Doesn't matter the sport. You look at guys like Errol Spence and Bud. Yeah, Spence probably had more belts, but Bud beat him head to head and he dismantled him. So yeah, he can go as high with a win. Bivol could go as high as number 3 because Usyk, yes, he did stop Dubois. Controversial win, but I would put Bivol to number 3 in my pound for pound rankings with an impressive win tomorrow, especially if he knocks out his opponent. Bivol is more of a boxer, not really a knockout artist. That's why it's going to be so special if he fights Beterbiev next year. It's your boy Jayo Sto. Y'all please subscribe. Please tell a friend, comment. I'm going to be dropping another boxing video just now because my number 2 pound for pound fighter, Naoya Inoue, is going to be fighting on Boxing Day. Boxing never stops.